Russia has launched a massive overnight barrage of missiles and drones across Ukraine. Those strikes have killed at least 13 people and injured dozens more. President Zelensky recently told our Margaret Brennan in an exclusive interview on Face the Nation that his country was bracing for big attacks from Russia. In a social media post this morning, the Ukrainian president called U.S. help to supply missiles for the Patriot interceptor system, quote, absolutely necessary. CBS News International reporter Aidan Stretch joins us from Kyiv right now. Aidan, good morning. We see some destruction around you, and at about this time yesterday, we spoke about Zelensky's warning of big attacks, and I know you had to evacuate to a shelter last night as it all unfolded. What happened?
Well, Errol, you can probably see a bit of what happened last night right here behind me. I'm at a car dealership here in Kyiv, right in the city center. This was struck in Russia's drone and missile barrage. Ukraine's Air Force says there was more than 600 drones, more than 70 missiles launched, including this car dealership that was hit last night. I want to actually bring in a security guard, Denis, who was here last night. He was injured in the attacks, and he can tell you a bit about what happened. Denis, що сталося минулої ночі?
Доброго дня, мене звати Денис, я охоронець автосалону «Зікер». Ночі було два прильоти. Два более-менее терпимо, а на третий попало в салон, баллистика прилетела, и меня засыпало. Я быстренько сориентировался и смог выбраться самостоятельно. Потом меня забрала скорая и полиция.
So what Denise is saying, he's a security guard here. He was working on the second floor. There were two strikes, one nearby and then one that came in after. He believes they were missile strikes. One landed about 30 to 40 meters from where he was sitting at his post as a security guard at this car dealership. When he exploded, the roof came down, trapping him underneath. He told me earlier he was able to crawl out underneath, and then police came to rescue him. You can see the damage is evident here.
So jarring there, Aidan, to see the bandages on Denise's face just from this attack overnight. And it's what so many people, security guards, regular people in Kyiv are experiencing throughout this war. We know that Zelensky has called on the U.S. for help to provide interceptor missiles. Bring us up to date on the state of Ukrainian defensive stockpiles.
Well, that's exactly the question. Last night, you could see Russia launched, as I said, more than 600 drones. Most of those drones were intercepted. But of the more than 70 missiles that were launched, most of those ballistic missiles actually got through. I could hear from my apartment nearby 10 to 12 ballistic missile impacts across the city. And that's exactly what President Zelensky was talking about in his letter that he wrote to President Trump. Ukraine has cheap drone interceptors that can take down these Iranian-style one-way attack drones. What they do not have is PAC-3 interceptor missiles, which are just about the only interceptors that can take down these Russian ballistic missiles. The reason why he was asking the United States for a license to produce them and for more of these interceptors is to prevent the destruction like you see behind me.
All right, Aidan Stretch in Kyiv. Share our thanks to Denise, who you spoke with there, and let him know we wish him a speedy recovery. Aidan, we appreciate your reporting. Thank you.